I was curious to know if I sound okay.
Yeah, you sound great.
And fantastic. And is there a delay?
Is there one?
Okay, well, hopefully not.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, good. I was trying to figure out like music and stuff.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
Hello, Liam. How are you? Thank you for joining the show today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah, so honored, to have you on today.
How is everyone doing?
Well, I just spent like 45 minutes figuring out the OSB streaming thing for Discord only. It took like 45 minutes. I think I figured it out. So hopefully we'll have this to add to the collection.
Definitely. Is it recording now then?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
But you can hear me and good and everything?
Yeah, clearly. And Sam
Okay.
so far.
Okay,
You can
awesome.
all hear me okay, yeah?
Yeah, you sound great. Oh, we got Audley in here. Hey, Audley. SPLR. Hey. Oh, we got Devs in here. Nice.
Yeah, I brought Alan in here. Oh, I asked Alan if he could come. I didn't bring him in here. I asked if he could come in so we could give everyone like a little update on the game and what's happening there, really.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, cool. More people are joining. What's
So
this VVH stream? Is this the recording thing?
Yeah, it says VVH stream. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Because
I looked in here earlier and I was like, wow, they're keen. Like they've been here fresh. They're ready.
No, I couldn't be on this and stream like on my phone.
Oh, okay, right.
And well, I have to leave at 3. I don't need to leave. I'll just have to silence
No,
it.
that's fine.
Okay, so but I'll have that going in the background. So I was like, I don't want to like set it up on my laptop and then have to leave and then like rug it because I'm wanting to catalog all these. So
Sure.
yeah, so I think I'll add this to YouTube and then there's still a link. Like then people can still click to go to Twitter and then click to go to YouTube, whichever way we decide to do it. And then that way, people on the other side of the world can't make it, at least.
Is that can tune in?
Yeah.
Watch it. Exactly. Okay, cool. So should we wait for anyone else to join or do you want to get started?
Let's see how many people are online. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to try. Maybe we'll give yeah, we got a couple. Hey, Josh. I feel like this is our usual people, though. Like we got Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good because they can get an update on, obviously, a lot of these people I'm seeing here are playing the game. So it's good to get them in here and then, there's so many people there coming in. Yeah,
absolutely.
Cool. Yeah, just to update everyone on the game and
absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Huna. She's my little girly crypto friend.
Yeah, I've seen her in the Twitter spaces as well.
Yeah, she's great. She runs like one of the legions because I think we did like the partnership with Lock, and she's in one of the legions.
Yeah.
So yeah, she runs one of their discords. It's like a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of people in there too. Like they'll have like hundreds of people in VC. I'm like, I need to take notes from her. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to introduce some of them to Love Monster.
Absolutely. Yeah, she won one of those she won the NFT I give away.
Oh, okay, yeah, the one you did the other week.
Yeah, I found that before AVEX. Pumped. All right. Well,
cool. All right then. So let's go.
Let's get started. All right. Welcome everybody to I don't even know what number we're on. 6.
6.
Of MonsterCast. Yes. And statistically speaking,
to hang this platform. I was so used to the Hex. Now I got the speaker on, so I'm good now.
You're fine. You're fine. Yeah, if everybody could just mute their mics, like raise their hand to come in and ask questions, that would be great. Just in case, things happen. Welcome to number 6. Today we're doing Builders Gonna Build, or Builders Be Building. And I was really excited when the monster came to me and was like, hey, I've got some things to show you. And I was like, shut up, show me more. So we decided to go ahead and do this on voice channel today instead of Twitter Spaces. That way he can screen share his screen, because him and the doves have been cooking up some pretty great things. And I think you said you had like a couple things to announce. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a few things I want to go through.
Okay, before we get started, like, how are you doing mental health wise? Because I feel like I see you in here 24/7. Like, I know you're a parent like I am, and I just feel like, yeah, and I know, like, and I've been on calls with you before, and your son will come in there. He's adorable, by the way. But like,
Thank you.
how are you managing that? Like, what? Tell me your secrets, because I might need a little pointers on how to like.
So he actually goes to nursery from like 9 in the morning till 2, and obviously my partner, she's there. So she at the minute is doing a lot of the work while I don't know how to say it other than balls deep in Love Monster at the minute, because that's all I seem to be doing. So yeah, I'm deep in here.
You
but
are
yes, obviously having a partner helps a lot.
absolutely, yeah. So sorry, my brain sometimes does that. My meds haven't kicked in yet. But anyways, no, that's awesome. So you've been building the last 2 years, but I just feel like the UI lately has been phenomenal. Like, is this like building blocks onto like where you are now? Like, you just made a good foundation to the point where you're like, we're able to pump out these new features, or is this something like you've been constantly just kind of working on for the last couple of years? Like, what?
Yeah. So go on, sorry.
No.
In terms of like the game side, yeah, like the game, obviously, as you've seen yourself, like the transformations in the UI and stuff. And Alan, I was literally on a call probably like 2 weeks ago, I think it was, with Alan and the rest of the team. And I was like, yeah, I'm still not happy with the way the game looks with the UI. Like, next year I want to reskin it. And Alan's like, seriously? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do a not full new redesign, but there's things where I can see improvements and the way that the users flow through the game, visual improvements, and just like, yeah, overall increasing and making the overall experience for the user better. Because there's things I can see, like you have to go back to certain screens and like, okay, well, if we had more information on this page, it would just make it way easier. And obviously a lot of the suggestions that the community are making are like great, because I can sit there and try and design a game or how we envision it, but until you've got real users playing with it and testing stuff, you're not going to get that feedback. Obviously that feedback's invaluable. So yeah, seeing what everyone in the community that's been playing the game so far is giving us feedback just gives me more ideas on like, okay, maybe I can do this, or maybe I can redesign this screen to have a new feature. So yeah, there's a lot there.
I bet I feel like
the game.
I feel like you're that type of person, like you were saying, like you hey, now could you by chance mute your mic? I would try to mute, but remember last time I muted, like
He can speak.
yeah. So anyways, I bet I've gotten to work with you like on the team level now, where I've seen how your brain works. So I know you're that type of person that like you get an idea and your brain goes from like 1 to 100 really fast, and like you get these ideas and they're great, and then all of a sudden, like, you put out the product, it's amazing to us, and you're like, no, it could be better. How are the devs with that? Are they like, okay, Liam, like it is time to kind of like we need to do this first and then we can do that? Or are they like, yeah, let's do it like right away? Like what?
No. Yeah, that's where Alan comes in and like tries to rein me in a bit, because obviously like at the minute the team are like working at capacity, but that's why I'm in the point at the minute, like I feel like next year we're going to be able to start growing the team more, and the idea ideally to be able to double the team that we have now in size, and continue to grow so that we can go with all these ideas that I come up with and get stuff out quicker. Not necessarily quicker, but do more things, because there is so much. There's so much to the ecosystem. Like there's the game, then there's the dashboard, and there's obviously all the mini games that I want to bring out inside of the dashboard for the casino. And then there's the love land plots and all the other like the Monsterverse stuff to do. So yeah, I'm at the point like now where the game's out, and obviously the game has so many more features to add. So I'm at the point where I want to be able to grow the team, but at the minute it's almost like I'm pushing the team to like max capacity, and I don't want them to get burnt out.
Right.
But I can't help having these ideas and just room for improvement really. Like, and okay, we can add this and it adds more value, or we can add this feature, it'll be fun. So yeah, I think the key would be to next year to focus on growing the team. I literally had a job put out last week, I think it was, and we had over 50 applications for it just for like a developer.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, me and Alan need to go through that and Igor and review some of the applications, and then hire 1 to 2 people to begin with. And just because I think we need it, like there's only so much we can do. And at the minute, Igor has literally like this week just branched off to work on some of the other partnership stuff that we've got going on with Chicken. So like that's another person. Sorry?
Oh, did you just say he's involved in other projects too?
No, sorry. He's so he's basically, rather than doing stuff on the game for the next few weeks, he's had to step away to create smart contracts for what we're doing with Chicken, stuff that goes on the dashboard. So there's like other elements there. Is that the same? Oh, sorry, I just got confused. I see SPLR and WP Fox going at the same time. It looked like the same monster. Yeah, so Igor's basically working on other stuff, and ideally we'd have more devs there working on these new features rather than having to break Igor away from working on game stuff. So yeah, I do feel like I pushed the team hard, but not too hard. What do you say, Alan?
Depends. Sometimes it is a little bit more harder. Sometimes it is more safe, but we're doing great stuff, so I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been very impressed with the things that you guys put out, like just from like alpha 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, but alpha 1, 2, 3, and then beta, closed beta, now to open beta. And I just feel like in that short time, like I know you guys have had to been working hard, because like even the skills, the attacks, like the ideas for fragments, like I'm not sure if that was like always a part of the plan, or if you guys were like, we can't just put all this out at once. Like, you know, we got to keep the people engaged. We got to keep them coming back. But, I mean, I'm really impressed. I know you guys are working hard. And now that I'm like on the team, I'm in that.
From page 105 in our 12 and 12, a little bit of a reference from step 11, which you're probably sick and.
How do I mute? Oh, you got it. Okay, good. I lost my train of thought, but no, I have fully noticed, like, just because, you know, I don't know if other people know, but there's a separate Discord for the team members, and you guys are always in calls. I feel like I'm on here a lot. I looked into my hours today on how much I'm on Discord, and you guys are on here even more. So building and pushing and growing, like, you know, like you were saying, like, we're going to need more people, like, this is going to be bigger, like absolutely, especially with the partnerships we've had line up, like, you know, the Mad Schools ecosystem, the Chicken ecosystem. I've seen other partnerships that you've posted like on Twitter and announcements and things, like some pretty good ones, and like from big people, and especially like the Web3 lawyer. That's exciting. Like I feel like a lot of us here know what that means. Like, you know, so like that's exciting. And then like you were saying, like needing new people, because there are going to be a lot of people, and, you know, like I work more with like the mod side of things, you know, we have been, it's not like it was not like, you know, the KLV fiasco of 2021 or whatever, you know, it's not that bad, but like, you know, like you said, like the more that we start getting on, the more spread thin we're going to be. But, no, I just wanted to shout out you guys for working so hard. Not only you guys, but the mods too. And then just like everybody who's testing this game and putting those bugs out here, because it's like the faster we get through these like bugs, and like, you know, you guys have so many devices you can test on, and then this puts it, you know, more on the server. seeing how things work, like what things are locking us out. And I feel like you were saying, we've gotten so much feedback, like in the ideas that are coming in the suggestion box. Like, I know that has to be like idea spiraling into another idea. And I could probably ramble on all day about how hard you guys are working. And I know that people are here for one thing. They're here for one thing only. They're like, Liam's here. We got devs on today. Today our topic is builders be building. So are you ready to start showing people like what you've been building, or do we want to like push out a little more? I feel like everybody that's going to join this.
Probably, yeah. I think you're right. So basically, go ahead.
Okay, right before you start, I do have a giveaway today from one of our community members. They sent me 3 Christmas NFTs. So I think, yes. So they wanted to remain anonymous. I want to shout them out so bad. But I will be opening up the Rumble channel for this, and we have 3 NFTs to give away. They're the Christmas collection, which we still haven't heard about that. Maybe that will be in next, cast. But yeah, so I just wanted people here to know, like, hey, that's coming up after this. But yes, let's see what you've been building, because I've only seen a small part of it, and I'm super excited to see what today do you have on your agenda to show us? Like,
so I've got a little list here. So I'm going to run through. So first off, I was going to give everyone a bit of a dev update on what we're doing, what's happening this week, like where we're at the game, because I know a few people have said, that they haven't been able to load the game, or if they've got too many monsters. I think Nowski's one of them that still hasn't been able to play with his main collection, basically. So we've been working on fixing the bugs this week. I spoke to Eagle before and Alan just before coming on here. They are creating a build now, which they're going to be testing internally, or will be testing internally. And then hopefully if it fixes the issues and it's bug free, or majority bug free, we'll push that out. So it'll be beta 1.2.7, I think, because we're on 1.26 now. So yeah, 1.27. And that hopefully should fix everything. But as bugs are, like one little bug can turn into something else. You fix something and it creates another bug.
Oh yeah,
so I just give them a little update, Alan, on that?
Yeah, sure. As Leon said, we are working on the bugs, and mostly related to loading monsters, selecting your 20 monsters to be active. We found a few possible reasons for that, and we did a few tests. We currently finished testing with only the thing, and now we want to test with more players and do like a stress test to see if it is really fixed. And outside that, we are working also in other small bugs, things like small UI adjustments and all sorts of bugs that maybe have been pointed out. So mostly what we have been done is working on bugs. So hopefully now you will be able to play the game as intended.
Yeah, fingers crossed, because I know you guys said that, I know you just said it too, but you had recently mentioned that like you've noticed that certain people's devices are causing some of the bugs as well, and that you guys have had to literally go by the feedback of the community in order to find these things. So I can only imagine like how hard that is to just, I know you guys are like, can you give more detail? Can you show a video? Do you have a screenshot? So like, yeah, like the fact that you guys are finding these things, like, I think that is so amazing. So working, and then I'm sure you guys are so sleep deprived. I wish I could like Venmo you guys like some coffee, or just like push it through the screen, something. So awesome. So what is that all that you guys have on the devlog side? Or I know you said you had a list.
So there's that. So like Alan mentioned, the UI stuff. So like on iPads at the minute, there's been different visual bugs. But I feel like we're going to have to next year start, so in like in January. We're going to start optimizing all of the basically different builds, depending on what device you load into or resolution. There'll be a different build load for that. But at the minute, we've only got like 3% of our players are using iPads. So we had to prioritize other tasks in that. Fernanda's done like as much of a visual update as she can to try and like a patch almost. Like it's not perfect, but it sort of like remedies the problem until like next year when we can spend more time on that. But obviously we've got so many things we're trying to get pushed out before the end of the year. Obviously, like the team are going to break up on like the 22nd, 23rd. So hopefully we can get like a solid game out or like a solid build out for everyone version. So everyone can play the game over Christmas, and we've got like some cool features and updates for everyone to play on. So yeah, that's pretty much like what they've been in on the dev side has been done.
So sorry for the delay. I am watching my nephew. How do you guys find out about? So you were just saying, like there's only 3 people with iPads. Like, how do you guys find that stuff out? Like, is that something that you can?
3%.
Oh, 3% of users. Yeah. How do you find that out? Is that like you just by the people that download it? It just lets you know, or like?
Yeah,
how do you?
the device types, what they're using. It's all like on the back end of the app stores and stuff. We can see like how often they're playing, what they're doing. We've got a load of analytical data built in the back end as well, like what we trace and track, and we're always trying to improve that. But yeah, it's just like stuff that you can see on the app stores. But,
I'm sorry.
No, go on, Alan, carry on.
And we also have some stuff running in the backend that like registers some information. One of the things we were working in this week, it is to like save all the data from a match, so we can, if you like can turn two of the battle, something happens, the game freeze, and you have to shut down the game. We can just look at your match and see, oh, this happened. It's like that skill using in this time break the game, and things like this. We are trying to implement like more specific tests that we can run and to try to collect more data and be more specific about the bugs we encounter or the problems. And normally this stuff give us a lot of information about our players, like the time you're playing or your device, so we can try to make the game better for this specific situation.
No, that's awesome. Now that you mentioned that, because I am in like, for some people that may not know, like they have some testers who are in a separate group to test like the bugs that they're putting the patches on. And that was one of the things that I had noticed when I had logged in my iPhone. It popped up with this screen that said something like, now you'll be able to share your bugs in game. And I just kind of like looked at it and went on, but I was like, I wonder what that means. So you describing that makes a lot of sense. And honestly though, like how nice is that to have? Because, I mean, I know you guys are all aware, like I have a problem with communication and I over explain things to the point where people get confused a bit. So having that is like super beneficial. Like, is that rolling out for everybody soon, or is that still just like the small like group of people?
No, that's going to be as far as some stuff's being tracked on the back end for everyone, but in terms of like the private testing group, we will be adding more people in. Like I literally just need to go through the Discord, see who's active, and add that role to them, and then that will unlock that channel. Because realistically, the more people we do have testing it in this private testing group, giving us that feedback, the better. So yeah, that's all that group was really made for, because we're trying to obviously test builds before they go out publicly to the rest of the players that we have in there. Like I said, like at the minute as well, like until we get like a clean version where there's not so many bugs, it's hard to want to like push. Like I'm holding back on like pushing it out because I've got so many people that want to do giveaways, do marketing, help us grow and bring on players. But I just want to get these initial bits out, and so we've got a solid version there before like going all in with it.
Right, spreading it through the mass. I like how you said giveaways, and I'm over here just like putting my head down a little bit because like I'm always like, "Yo, what are we giving away today, Liam?"
You are. Yeah.
I love giveaways.
So one of the other things that I wanted to go through was a partnership that we're working on, which hasn't been announced yet, but it's one of the reasons as well. I think it's not going to be. I doubt we're going to have time to integrate by the end of the year. I'm hoping like within the first few weeks of January or by the end of January next year, it'll be done. But it's going to completely change the way we onboard players. So it's a company called Sphere One, and they do one-click web-free checkout. So basically what will happen is, say I'm a new player and I've never heard of Love Monster. I don't know nothing about crypto. I'm just a gamer. So I'll be able to come to Love Monster. I'll download the game. I can log in with like a one-tap login, like Google or Apple ID, whatever I'm using. It creates an account for me. It'll also create at the same time a self-custody wallet. So all of the Web3 stuff's done instantly as you sign up. So when you log in, you'll have an account which will display your balances. It will display any collectibles that you have, because we may like do some airdrops for people like when they sign up. And then you'll be able to buy LMT within the app as well, like directly off of an exchange, and start to navigate the whole game, the whole entire ecosystem. It's basically going to close the loop. So whether you're playing the game, whether you're on the marketplace, whether you're in the dashboard doing stuff, this one account will guide, you'll use this one account to go through our whole entire ecosystem. We're also then going to be implementing their checkout system into the marketplace, which is one of the things I want to show you next is the marketplace visuals. And the idea is to have it so that people can check out for NFTs either using AVAX, LMT, or a credit card. So if, for example, like my grandma came on to Love Monster Marketplace and wanted to buy an NFT, all she's got to do is pop in her credit card details, and she's got an NFT in her wallet, but she doesn't know nothing about blockchain, because all she's done is create an account, and that NFT is then deposited into her Sphere One wallet, which is obviously going to be tied into Love Monster. So the idea of doing that and the aim to do that is to increase usability and onboard more Web2 players into the Web3 ecosystem and sort of grow our community and player base. So that's something I'm looking forward to introducing to the website and obviously announcing that shortly.
Okay, first off, that's badass. I haven't had the opportunity to see that in any play to earn game that I'm in at the moment. Like I just feel like you guys have these ideas and they're just like, they're so high up above like where other people are at the moment.
Yeah.
Also, you sound like you have a badass grandma, because I don't think my granny.
It was just a reference.
I'm like, my granny's using her Nokia brick. She would be like, "What's Love Monster?" Okay, hold up though.
I was using it as a reference to make it. Go ahead.
I'm sitting in the background just like horse laughing at the thought of somebody's grandma buying a Love Monster, just not knowing what they have.
That's how easy we want it to be, though. So anyone literally can come on and buy your NFTs and come here and like that's something I forgot to mention. So like I don't know if you read one of the last Medium articles where I mentioned in-game items coming on-chain and on-chain back into the game. So like the skill fragments and skills and other consumable items that you'll unlock and win in the game. Well, with this system, it will just be another easy way for you to bring them on. So you'll craft them as an NFT and then you can list them, but they'll just look like another ordinary item that's in your inventory base. It's not like you have to know anything about crypto in order to use it. That's the whole barrier we're trying to break down here. Like, because at the minute when you log into Love Monster, you've got to type in your email, username, password, then you get an email sent to your email. You go and verify that that's your email you want to sign up with. Then you've got to go in and connect your wallet, sign the transactions. So all of this is going to be done now, simplified within one click. So that's complicated for people that know about crypto. So imagine trying to explain that to a Web2 gamer who knows nothing about crypto, nothing about downloading a MetaMask wallet, adding AVAX to it. It's just going to be literally done within a matter of seconds.
No, I'm here for that, and I really wish that they had something like that when I first started in crypto. Like, how nice would that be, right?
I know.
No, that's amazing. Like, you know, mentioning that, like, you know, the skill fragments and being able to sell like say you crafted your skill and you want to put that on the marketplace, like not only does that benefit players like in the economy, but that also like gets more eyes on the project. Like the more that you're trending or your
collection's got volume and trading.
Yes, absolutely. So I feel like that like broadens the eyes on Love Monster as well. Like there's a few projects that I've seen do that, and they're always like the number one games because it's just like they're doing all these small volumes at the bottom too, as well as like the big ones at the top. But like getting more eyes, like you said, like gamers, Web 2 to Web 3, people who don't understand and maybe like come into this space not knowing about those things and easily just like one click learning, like that's exciting. Okay, but and my brain is also just going to this. You said just now that you have an update to the webpage. Is that what you said?
Oh yeah. So we've got a website update which I'll show in a minute. I'm going to go and show you what I've been working on in terms of the marketplace. So I'll go ahead and share my screen. Here we go. So can everyone see my screen?
I can see it. Yes.
Do you need me to zoom in?
Yeah,
that should help a little.
Yeah, perfect. That's a lot better.
Too much. Hang on. That might help. Okay. So I've been working on a full redesign. Hello?
Can you hear us? We can hear you.
Yeah. I just thought I had someone talk. Okay. So I've basically been working on a redesign of our current marketplace, both visually improving it and adding new features to the marketplace. And there's some cool features I'll show in a second. So this is the idea of this is to make our homepage website educational and displaying, like showcasing our game basically. And then when you go to the marketplace or you're on the Monster Hub, I want it to look the same and feel the same. So although they're going to be separate things, I don't want the player to feel, or the user to feel like they're leaving and going to a completely different site, because that's just throws people off. So I'm doing a redesign like I have done here, and then obviously the dashboard's going to get an update. The website's had an update, which I'll show shortly. And then everything else will sort of follow this sort of theme. So it's not, the colors are still the same because I feel like that's the Love Monster colors, which is the purple. But it's more like visual improvements and the way stuff's displayed on here. So I'll just sort of run through how it's going to work. So this will be the homepage when you go to the marketplace. You'll have all of the collections along here at the top. So you'll have zombies, Love Monsters, land plots, items, and other collections. And this will be like a carousel that just constantly slides. And you just click this and it takes you to that collection. You'll also have a recently listed tab here, which you can then filter again through collection. So you can either see the recently listed Love Monsters, the zombies, land plots, skills, consumables, etc. And then you can click that and it take you directly to that item. Then we're going to have a recently sold section to show all of the recently sold Love Monsters, what they sold for, when they sold, and it'll just be limited to like 12 results. Eventually when we get more data and stuff and the collection keeps trading more, I may add like another filter here where you can like see recently sold in the last 24 hours, 7 days, whatever. So that's that. And then I'll just go back up here. So on the side, you're going to have, at the top, you've got your navigation to link you to the Monster Hub, the leaderboard, play, which will download the game, a search box so you can search for whatever you want to look for on the marketplace, whether it's a Love Monster, a zombie, a land plot, a resource. You just type in here and it will give you that result. Again, you've got another short list down here and links directly to the collections. And then our ecosystem here is basically like linked to the game, the Monster Hub, staking, casino, white paper, because all of that will make you feel like you're still in this same sort of browser and tab. As you scroll down, we're going to have a leaderboard. So this is like the top sellers. And I want to do this. Obviously, the marketplace generates X amount of revenue for our royalties and stuff like that. So what I would like to do is give some of that back to the community in forms of like monthly rewards. So this leaderboard here will be, it takes your username, your wallet, gives you like a rank, the lowest sale of the item that you sold, so the cheapest item you sold, then the highest item that you sold, how many items you've purchased, how many items you've sold, and how many you've got listed. So it collects all of these stats here, and then it gives you like your total volume. So if that was you, Vince and Baho, you'd be here, gives you total volume. You've traded 1,000 AVAX in the month. So then this will show the top 3, and then it would link to a full leaderboard. But what the idea is, say our platform generates $1,000 in fees for the month. Ideally, what we'll do is we'll say, okay, we're going to take 50-60% of them fees, and we're going to buy rewards. So it could be an iPad or whatever it may be. And first, second, and third place each month at the end of the month would receive some type of reward. Obviously, the more trading volume and fees we generate, the more, the better prizes we'll be able to give away. So that's just one part of it.
That's amazing. That it's like our own little love monster, like hyperspace, essentially. Like
yeah,
like
exactly. Giving people rewards for trading. And obviously, the more that we are traded, the more attention we get on chain data, more eyes on the project. So yeah, it's just like another incentive for people to trade and actively be buying and selling and trading. And then I'm trying to figure out a way of doing something in the lower sale, not to have a negative impact, but to encourage people not to like keep listing below the floor. Like I'd like it if we could like steadily increase our floor price and gradually see those love monsters going up in value, because obviously we've got a game out now, more players and more eyes on the project. So it would be a great way if we can figure out something like that. But that's down the line. So, okay, like I said, so you'll click up here at the top, it takes you to the collection page. So this is the collection page now. So on the collection, let me just zoom in 120. On a collection page, each collection will have a banner. It gives you the name, a short description, how much volume, the chain it's on, how many owners, how many items. And then we're going to have rarity floor prices to indicate the floor price of each NFT. So when people are deciding to list or whatever, they can look at the floor price and be like, okay, cool, the floor is 325 for a common, I'll list at that, or it's 49 for a legendary, I'll list around there. You scroll down again, you're going to have obviously all of the monsters, however many 10,000 monsters will be here in the collection, and then you'll have different categories to list sort them by. So you'll have recently listed, the usual ones that we currently have. You can filter by rarity, genesis, and then level is another one. So if there are any other suggestions from people that you'd like to see, like can I filter it by this and that, just drop it in the suggestions area, and I'll take note on that and try and implement something as well. And then on the side column, you'll notice that now the advanced filters has appeared. It's not where it was on this one where it was ecosystem links. It changes based on the collection to advanced filters. So then you can start to filter again by different colors, backgrounds, what they're wearing, the spikes, whatever it may be that you want to look for, just to like help narrow down your search. And again, if there's a specific item that you're looking for, you can just search for it up here, hit enter, and that'll pull that item up. Now this is where it gets really cool for me, I think. So now you click on, do you want to see a love monster? So it takes you to the individual love monster page, which is going to be completely transformed. So to begin with, we're going to have a static image here of a love monster. But in the future, the idea is to get an animated monster, so it just brings a bit of life to the web page. So like there'll be the same way that the love monsters have that little animation in the game on the homepage. We want to have something similar here. And potentially in the future have different backgrounds for different Genesis monsters, etc. So you have the same information as you have here, like the love monster's name and ID, the collection it's in, its current level, its primary Genesis, its rank, and then the rarity. And then you'll have the share and features and transfer to other people. Shows you who it's owned by, and that will link you back to the owner's page. Buy now or make an offer, because I know a lot of people have been saying about making an offer, so that's something we can hopefully integrate. Hopefully we can, sorry. Still see my screen, yeah?
Yeah,
hopefully, let me just close this. Yeah, the make an offer thing. So when you go to make an offer, let me just do this quickly and show you the pop-up. So you go to make an offer and you can view all of your current offers. So say someone's offered you 39 AVAX for it, or someone's offered you 25, but you don't want to accept 39 for whatever reason, you want to accept the 25 AVAX, you can go and accept the lower offer. So you'll see your offers, or you can decline them, and they'll have like an expiry time on them as well. Let me just close that. Here you've got like it'll be displayed for everyone, so everyone will be able to see it. Whether this is I'm on your NFT page now, I'm looking at your NFT. I can see what offers you've had. I can go in and see that. Obviously, I can't accept them. This section here will be fixed. So whenever I scroll down, this section here will remain like in your focal point, like you'll see it all the time. So you'll scroll down, and then you start to see. Let me zoom in a bit. So now you can see statistics for the monster and its genesis traits. And I thought, like, we all know what a love monster does and what the genesis traits are, what the statistics are, but try and put yourself in a position of someone else that knows nothing about love monster. They're just here for the first time. So I thought every section should have a description explaining like what the statistics are. So it says here like every love monster possesses a distinct and immutable set of foundational DNA stats, which are your base ones. As your love monster progresses through levels, new DNA stats are unlocked. These newly acquired stats are flexible and can be altered at any point during gameplay. So just to let them know that these stats that they view here can actually be changed. So it's like upgraded DNA and base DNA, all of the same icons which are in the game. So I can come on here now and I can see, okay, so this monster's base DNA stats for this, and now it's had 20 points spent on power. Then we move over to Genesis traits. Similar thing, it shows you, because obviously this monster is a rare, which means rares have 2 Genesis traits. Your primary one is water, and then its secondary is earth. And then again, it gives a little explanation that this allows you to teach your love monster a variety of skills corresponding to its Genesis traits. Just so it's like perfectly clear that everyone knows, okay, cool. So I can buy this monster and I can teach it water skills and earth. Then it goes down and it shows.
I've been waiting. I've just been.
Skills
It's
that your
been
love
so
monster
hard.
has learned.
I'm so sorry. Okay, sorry. I'll be quiet.
No, okay. So this is the section that will show all of the skills that love monsters learn. So if I come on here and I'm looking for this monster, it's expensive. It's $972. Okay, cool. So it's got that. I can then cross-reference these skills. So I can look on the marketplace and say, okay, Quick Heal is currently selling for 3 AVAX. Earthquake is selling for 5 AVAX. This monster's on level 21. So I can look at all of these things and see, okay, is it worth me buying that or is it a little overpriced? If it's a little overpriced, I'll just go and make him an offer or I'll go and buy it. So this is like, I'm trying to get as much information on here as possible. There are other things that I need to add, which are like your win streak, how many wins or losses it's had, overall statistics of the monster, but this is just getting the base stuff out. Then we've got earnings. So based on its level, it will display how much LMT this monster earns. And again, it gives another explanation saying, when staked, this love monster will generate the amount of LMT displayed in the box located to the right. So it says here, this monster will earn 1,000 LMT. It will then give you the current price of LMT at that moment in time, like a live price, and then a link to the DEX to go and buy more LMT. We go down, you've got the usual attributes there, saying what's what, and then you've got all of the trading history. What do you think?
I'm excited. I think that's awesome. I've already seen it, so you've already heard my feedback, but the skills is what I like. I love everything. I love that it explains. I like that you can see the DNA stats, you know, the description on rare, you know, like on what level monster it is, you know what I mean? Like the common, you know, and it's plain and it's simple and it's like you said, like you're trying to find people that like, if they don't understand, they can come in here and like get a basic idea. And this right here, like this page, because I feel like I've had a lot of questions about the game, like, you know, what are the DNA and what is all this? And I feel like this like explains it enough, like almost like a side tutorial for people who may be new in the area. But I love the offers. I'm excited. I love that you can see what skills it's learned. I think that's super beneficial. Especially because, you know, like right now you know, you're like, oh, venom spikes. I wonder if that has venom. Has it learned it yet? You know, like, so this is very cut and dry and I like it. I love it. Like I've been, it's so hard to be quiet because like I saw this like a week ago. But it reminds me of like back in the day, like gaming, like Pokemon cards, like what attacks can I use? What skills can I use?
Exactly, yeah. And the whole idea of these, obviously, they're bound to the NFT, and we're doing like season-based skills. So like I can't really say too much, but with a partnership that we've got coming up, they're going to be like a limited supply of skills. So once they're gone, they're gone. Like they'll be available in the store to buy for a limited amount of time. But once they've gone, you'll never be able to get those skills again. And the same with like this. Say for example, these are, and we came up with the name today. So all of the season 1 skills are going to be called First Blood. So all of these, this is like a First Blood season 1 skill. When we move into the next season, these skills obviously won't be available. They'll only be available if people have acquired them in the game or they've bought them off of the marketplace. But if you've taught them to your monster, there's no way that you can get these back unless later on down the line we decide, hey, let's bring back some of these old skills because they're in demand. So yeah, that's the whole sort of idea with that. I'll just show you the profile page is kind of boring. It's just, again, you get to come on here. Eventually we'll have like where you can update your own profile picture, edit your username. You'll see offers you've made. So I'll be able to go into your page and see, there's Mr. B doing a selfie. How's it going, mate? Offers made, like the offers that you've made, offers that you received, your activity. So you can go in here then and see, okay, is this guy like wash trading or what's going on? So you can go and make sure that people aren't doing fishy stuff, basically, and see the offers they've received and everything else, and see how many monsters they've got for sale or how many they've collected. And again, you'll be able to, on the side, you can filter through the different collections: zombies, land plot skills, consumables, resource, all of that. So yeah, it's just trying to improve the overall experience, not only in the game, but yeah, just connect everything. All, like I said before, like I'm trying to just complete that loop, and make sure that people that aren't gamers or don't know what's happening, they can sort of get an idea. And obviously that's going to help once we start bringing out tutorials and stuff like that. I've just seen Nate's jumped in. He actually said to me, yeah, Nate messaged me either today or yesterday and suggested, because I haven't shown you the website yet, but on the website, a page that we need to add is like a step-by-step tutorials for the game, and then tutorials for how to use the marketplace and everything else. So that's something we need to work on. I was actually thinking about doing a giveaway over Christmas to keep people busy if they wanted to, like whoever creates the best game tutorial will give you some money for doing it, because I think that'd be quite cool. Like people can play the game, do a tutorial, upload it to YouTube, and we'll pick out the best one and give them some prizes for doing so, some decent prizes.
Game on, chat.
Yeah.
Is he in here?
Is he here?
I don't know.
No, he's actually not in here.
No. Okay, well, I know somebody else is in here and he'll tell him what I said. He'll watch it later. He'll get it. It's fine. No, that's really exciting.
Yeah.
We're about to all become YouTubers. Just
I've turned that off. But yeah, so that's really what one of the things I've been working on in my spare-ish time.
spare-ish time.
Yeah,
It
does
looks
anyone
good, mate.
have any questions? Oh, thanks, Sam.
You're welcome.
No,
Yeah, I think people want analytics. You're giving it to them. It helps keep things a little bit more organized.
Definitely, yeah.
A great
It's all
reason.
about getting that data to people so that they can access the data that they do want to see and the important stuff in the game when they need it. But like I said, I think the next thing I need to add to the page, which will probably come later on next year, will be stuff like how many wins this monster's had, how many battles it's had. It's like geek data, that stuff that we want to see, but not everyone wants to see. Like if you want to see, okay, this monster's had 500 battles and he's won 400 and he's lost 100. It's just like cool data like that you can. It just gives the love monsters more character, I suppose, like more information on the monster. How many times the monster's been breeding, or
yeah. Which, like you were saying, like, you know, like,
And then
I could see Chow like being super into like win to loss ratio versus like, you know, somebody coming on board. They're like they don't know what that is, so it doesn't matter to them. But like,
yeah, exactly. It matters
just
to certain people and others it don't. It's just providing that data, I think.
for sure, and that one-click sign-up is ingenious. You know, that's the biggest problem I see in this space is onboarding people who don't know anything about crypto or NFTs. And I think if we solve that and break that barrier, you know, it'll allow us to go out and invite people who aren't familiar with crypto. Because right now, inviting people into crypto just it becomes cumbersome on us because they lean toward us and expect us to help them on board and go through the setting up the wallet process and everything else. And I think people are getting tired out of helping a lot of people. It just becomes too cumbersome. And I think by allowing people to come in with a one-click solution, it allows us to go out and do the prospecting and referring our video game and alleviating the fear of bringing people on board, knowing we don't have to, do a lot of the back end work to help them on board and educate them.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
thanks for that.
And especially the part where, cheers, mate. The part where it's like doesn't feel like it's crypto, but it is still blockchain and Web3 is where I think there's going to be a huge advantage, because if we can bring in more gamers essentially to Love Monster and our whole entire ecosystem, then it's going to be bringing more value for the NFT players, like the NFT holders, the guys that have been here for the last 2 years while we've been building this out. Like if we could have 10% of our community is the NFT holders, and there's 90% that are gamers that just want to buy the assets, and you guys are the ones that have the land plots that are generating resources, and you're selling them on the marketplace, then that's a win-win situation, I think, for everyone. I feel like that would be a great ratio to have. Like if we could have the majority of the people are just gamers that want to buy the assets and buy Love Monsters and stuff like that, and they don't even know about crypto. I think that's definitely a win for everyone that's been here from day one.
Absolutely, because
Definitely.
I feel like some people they're like, oh, crypto, oh, that's taboo. Like I don't know about that. Like, you kind of get it when you're trying to explain to like friends and family, like what you do. And then, this like frosted glass comes over their eyes. So having something that's super simple and beneficial to people, because like at the end of the day, like we're a game. Like that's where we are. And like you were saying, like it's beneficial to people like us who are here for that. But then at the end of the day too, like it gets more people who are here for just the game involved as well. Like
exactly, yeah.
Something for everybody of all levels of
Yeah. Is there anyone else that wanted to come up and ask anything?
Yes, me. Hello.
Hey, Ugly, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
I wanted to ask, what does your partnership with Neo Tokyo bring? Is it a partnership in which they give you money, promote your game? What does it do exactly?
As of yet, it's not an official partnership. We're in talks. We're just at the minute, it's hard to say. Yeah, at the minute, there's nothing I can officially say. Like we're not in partnership with Neo Tokyo. Obviously, we're partnering with Metalaw, and that's like the first step. What they're doing is taking care of all of our legal structure, making sure that we're investable from not only a crypto standpoint, but as a game company. They're doing all of our the legal side for the token, so we can legally list a token. A complete overview of all of our legal setup and business to make sure that we don't have any hiccups 6 months down the line. Like the worst thing that could happen is we have huge success, and then 6 months down the line, someone comes and tries to shut us down because we didn't have stuff in place. But from the first few calls I've had with them, they're really happy with the way everything's set up. But there's just a few other things that we need to get finalized and in place, and then further talks will happen with Neo Tokyo, hopefully.
That's great.
But they do love the project. That's all I can say.
Will you add a storyline game mode to Love Monster?
Mm-hmm. Oh, will
you add a storyline game mode?
There is. We have talked about it, adding a storyline mode to it. But obviously, first there's other things that we want to come up with, which is like the land plots, which is the Monsterverse, and then the Monsterverse will lead on to explore, like open world exploration. One thing we have been talking about is not an unknown runner. Sorry, it's basically like where you go through. I don't know if you ever played a game called Streets of Rage.
No,
Has anyone played
I
that?
have not.
So basically, it's a horizontal scrolling game. So you'd have your love monster, you're walking through and you'll be exploring, like there'll be little guys to fight and stuff, and then at the end of the level you get to a boss. That's something that we're trying to do is in terms of our adventure game. But that will be like later down the line. That's nothing, it's not been planned out yet at all. At the minute we're obviously focusing on trying to get everything into Love Monster. We've got so much in there that we still need to release in terms of like new features. But I'll actually be either today or tomorrow, I'll be releasing our new update of the website, and that's got our roadmap in there, or initial roadmap. There'll be probably stuff that we get added to it, but yeah, stuff like missions and crafting, monster wardrobe, PvE battles, all of that stuff's like what's on our initial, like it's at the forefront to get done first, basically, priority list.
That's great. One last question. Will you add evolution to the monsters? Like once they reach a certain level, they would change forms or shape?
Visual evolution, right?
Yeah.
We've talked about it. I don't know. I mean, that's a good question you could ask Alan. I mean, ideally, at the minute, the monsters get to level 90. Well, I guess we'll have to see how that goes. Like, I'd love for it to be that they can visually evolve into something else. Obviously, we're doing the zombies, where that'll have some type of evolution to your monster, whether it's just in the form of a skin or whether you actually burn a love monster and a zombie to create a new monster or type of monster. But yeah, at the minute, I would say no, but that is something definitely that I've thought about before, having like an evolution there.
Yeah, and we could add
Okay,
like,
thank you.
only
Go on, Alan, sorry.
we could add small changes on the design, like if your monster reach level 30, 60, and 90, something happens in the design, like the spikes grow a little bigger or they change eye color. We can have like small things like this just to display it, like this monster is high level or something like this. But currently, as Leon said, we don't have anything planned for this type of like visual changes. But yeah, it's totally possible.
Is there anyone else that wants to come up and ask a question?
Anybody?
Yeah, I'd ask one. It's Dolly here. How are you?
Hey, Dolly, how you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Good. It was awesome to jump on. I haven't been able to catch the MonsterCasts. It's normally I'm at work, so it's good to jump on this morning. When will we get another chance to buy some resource plots?
The land plots, yeah?
No, I've got a couple of land plots from the old Zoom days. More like the stone plots and the forest plots, things like that. Quarry.
Yeah, so I obviously wanted to, like, the idea is to get them out next year. The first thing I'm trying to do next year is increase the team capacity, so we've got more team members on board, and I'd ideally like to get a few people dedicated to work and building out basically the Monsterverse. So as soon as we've done that, yeah, I mean, I'm hoping by Q2, like Q2, I'd say we can start giving people like a date on when we plan to release that, and they'll be able to purchase the land plots. Like, I don't really want to rush it because obviously, like I said, there's still so much that we want to implement into the game, and the team are at capacity at the minute. So as soon as we've got more people on board, I'd definitely like to get that as a feature. Like, for me, it's really important because obviously at the minute people can go in the casino and get stone, Moroccan, and wood, but I'd love to see people use it. Have you seen the updated visuals on what the Monsterverse is going to look like?
I can't say that I have personally, but that doesn't mean I haven't missed something.
Okay, give me a sec and I'll show you something on my screen. I think some of you may have seen it. I'll explain Monsterverse layout. Here we go. Okay, let me know when you can see it. Anyone see the screen?
We can see it.
Good.
We can see it, mate.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool. Okay, so this is the updated visuals of what we're going to do for the land plots. So this is going to be a forest plot, but ideally it needs to have more trees so it looks like a forest. So when you get your plot, it will be either 6x6 or 9x9 tiles. They'll have trees on it. You'll have to come on here. You'll have to clear trees. Then you can build stuff. So it's going to be like a whole gamified way of building. Like if you've got a forest plot that's covered in trees, you'll have to first clear the trees down. So you'll put a love monster on there or multiple love monsters to clear that. And this is just like the current vision. Like it's not like finalized yet, but this is the way we're sort of trying to go with it. So in this plot, for example, you've already got a house here. So this person's built a house. They've got a portal to the Monsterverse. They've got a hot dog house, little restaurant there, which will ideally generate them revenue. And then you've got a motel. So the ideas with the motels and hotels is that you can put monsters to rest in them to regenerate their stamina, or someone can travel to your land plot, and if they don't own one, they can pay you to put their monsters to rest in the motel, and then you'll generate revenue from that. Because obviously not everyone's going to be able to own a land plot, but they will need to regenerate their monsters if they want to carry on playing the game. If you've got a house, you can stick your monsters in there to let them rest as well and regenerate. Plots will have levels as well, so plots can also be upgraded and leveled up. They'll generate resources, like you said, like the wood, stone, and workrom. And then there will be items that you can either purchase, find, or trade inside of the Monsterverse. So that's basically where we're at sort of with that at the minute. But yeah,
I have a question. Are we able to build?
Go ahead, Sam.
Are we able to build buildings and put them up for sale? So, for instance, if I had land plots, several of them, and I wanted to build a pizzeria and post it for sale or list it for sale, am I able to do that?
Yeah, because these will be NFTs, so they'll be upgraded NFTs as well.
That's awesome. That looks awesome.
That is awesome. Can I rent them out or lease it to someone so that way they can earn? For instance, if I wanted to build a motel and lease it to someone, so that way they can charge per user to whether for whatever reason to share revenue, or lease it to someone and have them accumulate.
Yeah, so we've got the idea. We've got that idea in place for the love monsters, where you can rent your love monsters out. But that's obviously a feature further down the line again. But yeah, that technically would be pretty much the same sort of like concept we have for the love monsters as for the land plots. You could potentially lease it out, let people build on it. But with the love monsters, it's kind of different because you can put your monsters out. You don't necessarily have to rent them. You could charge, or they could play with them for free, and you just have a fixed split ratio. So say, for example, you say this person can use your love monster or your free love monsters too, whatever you want. They play with them for a day or whatever timeline you give them, and then any rewards that they earn in the battle arena, because ideally you'd specify they can only play like paid battles, the revenue would be split between you and the player. That's something that we want to implement into the game as well.
Fantastic.
I love the artwork.
Thanks. Is that Josh? Yeah. Thank you, Josh. Just want it to be like as vibrant as the love monsters are. Make it all look right and make sense. Like down here, you've got the binoculars, which you can go look at different coordinates on the maps to other people's plots. You can build. You can buy items. You can navigate. So there's all these things. But yeah, initially we was going to build this in the game, but I do feel like this is going to be better off as a web-based game, the same way that we've got like the casino and everything else. You'll log in through your account and do it all in there. Just makes it like easier to navigate and view it all. And the same thing, like you'll come in here, you'll have to send your love monster to go and look for wooden resources, right? You won't just be able to like, oh, I've got a land plot, it generates X each day. You'll have to put a love monster on there, send him out to hunt for resources, and yeah, you claim them resources at the end of the day or whenever you want to claim them.
Nice. It's kind of like you're staking your love monster in the land, right? Like,
exactly. Yeah. It's just another form of staking and gathering the resources. Like you can either stake it through the wake and stake, to earn LMT, or bring it on here and earn other resources. But we also, what we'd like to do is, through some of our partners, is have it so you can find some of their resources. So potentially you could come on here, you could find something that you can use in Chicken's ecosystem, or whether it's Chicken, or maybe you find something you can use in Madskull's ecosystem. Just bringing that whole loop together, like working hand in hand with our partnerships, basically. Yeah. Oh, and that's a new battle arena that I've been working on.
That looks great. Captivated me.
So yeah, any other questions for anyone else? Wants to ask anything?
Will the Monsterverse be in VR?
That's a lot to build out. And personally, I don't really actually like VR myself. It'd be a great thing to have. But yeah, the minute it's going to be like desktop and mobile.
It could happen though in the future.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it would be great if you could. Imagine if you could like walk around with your headset on. You're a love monster and you find all these resources. But I think people would have to quit their jobs at that point to just hunt for resources.
That's some next level stuff. Top notch, man.
People get lost in the Monsterverse.
I mean, you could even have an augmented reality arena, so your monsters are fighting on your kitchen table.
Oh yeah, that would be sick. That'd be really cool.
I have a quick question. I'm just wondering, obviously, whenever you stake the love monster on your land to obviously generate resources, does that de-stake it from the website, from the portal, where it's generating LMT?
Yeah, so they'll the love monsters have like can only be at one place at one time. So whether they're in the battle arena, whether they're staked earning LMT, or whether you put them on the land plot to go and hunt for resources. So yeah, one place.
Awesome. Thanks.
No worries. Anyone else on here? You can ask anything you want to ask. I'm open to questions.
Will the LMT Love Monster
Where and when
token
can
be
I buy
listed
a
on?
lamp?
Who was that, sorry?
You can continue.
Pardon?
Take Apache?
I was just asking where and when could I buy a land?
Oh, okay. So yeah, so the land plots, like I said, I'm hoping that we can have a plan, like a date released for Q2. I mean, ideally, we could say in Q2 of next year that you'll be able to buy the land plots. But what I don't want to get into is the same situation where, like we did originally, like where people came in and then we had 2 years of them waiting. So if I can say, okay, it's going to be 6 months of development to get the first land plots game, so you can actually play the game. Well, then ideally, if that was like, okay, we could aim for end of Q3 to have the Monsterverse working, then ideally what we'd do then is do a mint of the land plots in the beginning of Q2, and then it'd just be a matter of waiting a few months for everyone to be able to play with them. But yeah, what I don't want to get into is like, you've got to wait a year for us to build this out.
Okay,
and
sweet.
then you just, yeah. What was you going to ask, Oddly, sorry?
Will the LMT listed on ERC20 or AVAX?
Yes, it is an ERC. It'll be an ERC20 token on Avalanche blockchain, and yeah, that's what's that is.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. Anyone else on here? Nowski, you're quiet tonight. No questions? Oh, Mr. Chow's in here now as well. Does anyone else want to come up and ask anything?
Just came in. Little late, but
How you doing?
let's go.
Chow needs to
You
see.
mentioned before.
Yeah, he missed everything.
Yeah, I came in just at the end when we were talking about land plots.
Okay. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
Good. Yeah, I had a lot of fun building the tank guy for 2v2 or something. I sent it to the Clubhouse channel.
Yeah, I see
Can't
that.
wait to test it out.
Cool. Anyone else in here want to come up and ask anything?
Yes, I wanted to ask, uh, is Love Monsters target audience children or like adults?
Both, really. I'd say the game is approved on the App Store for ages 9 and up. But yeah, I feel like the design that we have visually sort of appeals to like any age, and obviously we've got plans to do things like cartoons and stuff like that. So it is for all ages, but currently our age group is not like your average 9-10-year-old. But there are game features that we're trying to implement or want to implement, which will make it more appealing. But obviously, I think we need to get tutorials and stuff like that put in place first, and the missions to keep people more engaged and inside of the game before pushing it out to and targeting those smaller audiences. But ideally, the audience ranges anywhere from like 18, 30, 40, 50-year-olds and up. I wouldn't actually say there is an age limit at the minute.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I don't think a child would have enough money to pay for a Love Monster, because like one he'd need to have like crypto know-how, have a wallet, know how to get funds through the wallet, buy the monster through, like it's a big process, it's a long process.
Yeah, that's why there's two reasons for that. That's why we've done the free-to-play monsters. So when you come in, you get the free-to-play character, and that's going to have more updates in the future as well. And then secondly, with the partnership with Sphere One, that sort of eliminates that because it is free to play. So you can realistically, we've built it in a way where you can actually play and not have to spend a penny in the game. It's whether you want to spend money to progress faster. But yeah, it is a free to play game. So really, a kid could play the game.
Okay. Also, what happens to our monsters once you do the free level 1 DNA point? Because I understand that now at level 15 you get all the DNA points, and in the future at level 100 you'd have all the DNA points. So for the monsters that are already leveled up, what would happen to them?
Okay, so if they're at level 50, so we've done that for two reasons. Well, the main reason is to do with the matchmaking, because knowing that we haven't got a very big player base at the minute, if we had the matchmaking set up in a different structure, whereas like if your monster was if you got matched with a player of level 30 and you only had level 5, it'd be really unfair. If we then try to separate the matchmaking system into different pools of players based on level, it'd then make it even increasingly harder for you to find a match while we're still not on many players. So we did that. All of the DNA points are unlocked in the first 15 levels just to simplify the whole matchmaking process. In the future, if we do decide to obviously distribute them differently, we'll put that in the community here, let everyone know what's going to happen, but it'll just be distributed over higher levels.
Yes,
Is there anything you want to add on that, Alan?
It is like um, if we want to make the game fair for everyone, it is difficult to do with increasingly getting new DNA points, because if you have a difference of probably like 20 points, it became harder to win a battle if your opponent distributed correctly the DNA points. So if I keep getting DNAs, it starts like if I'm level 50, I can only play against 45 and 55 players because they have almost the same DNA points. And if we just spread across all the levels, the 100 DNA points, it will take you a lot of time to get in a state where you have all the DNAs and you can test new builds. That's why we have a cap on level 15. We could increase a little bit and change a little bit, but for like to be fair and to not make the matchmaking whole complicated stuff. It is a limitation that we have, but it's for better.
Yeah.
Okay, but once you change it, will my monster be reset or like downgraded?
No. Is if you reset your DNA points, your monster receives the amount he has before you reset it. It's like if you have 70 points and you distributed it, and then reset, you still have 70 points. Now you can spend them wherever DNA you want. And this will probably change how DNAs are calculated. Like now, instead of 100 points at level 15, you will have 150 points at level 30. We'll probably adjust this for monsters that pass the level 30. So it always be adapted to whatever we change.
Okay, thank you.
No worries.
Has anybody gotten that golden ticket yet?
You're echoing.
But yeah, to go on that, I found it's great that we have the DNA cap at 15. It's right now, like maybe later change, but having the maximum DNA for the battle like much lower than the maximum level brings it removes the pay to win side a lot. Like it's make it a lot more equal for the battle. And like you said in the other time before, like there's a lot of other ways to give utilities to those higher level. Like we earn more LMT per days. We could go hunting more resource or anything. So yeah, like there's other part that higher level could do other thing than go battle. And
exactly.
Yeah. If I can ask another question, do you have any information on the other zombie trait or maybe the collectible? if you have more data leaks for us.
I do not at the minute. I've been extremely busy trying to get other stuff done, so I'd love to be able to share some more with you, Chow. Yeah, as of now, I don't. I don't want to just go and make something up on the spot to tell you something.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
But yeah.
Do you have a date when you expect those zombie trait or like those formula to come in the game?
It's not in. It's hard because I'd say like in towards again like Q2, Q3 of next year, maybe sooner. I think I'd like to be able to do it sooner. Have like even if it's just some of the basic ones, have the utility in the game so people can start to use them because I'm seeing more and more people actively trade them. So yeah, it'd be nice to be able to like give them some value in the game, whether even if it just unlocks certain things.
All right.
I know there was a question, I don't know if it was Kaylin the other day, someone said about Genesis traits and the skills that you can teach it. I don't know if I'll just make it clear.
Yeah, and so I didn't know if that's what he was asking. But that's what that came from. But I did have a question before it started echoing. Has anybody gotten that golden ticket yet? Like, is anybody at a level 90 yet, or
no one? No one at
no?
level 9, I don't think.
I think the highest one is 75 or something. 73.
Does anybody know who that is? Or
I do know.
You do
Cool.
know.
Is it you?
No,
Is it
it's
you?
not me. No, it's not me. No, my highest is 31.
Oh yeah,
I think. Go on. Carry on. No, carry on.
no, I was just saying like mine are low. Mine are like my highest one is like drinking age. Like
I'm on
Drinking age.
level 20.
Oh, that's good.
yeah, damn, because you just joined, right? Like you just started leveling yours, right? Or did you buy it leveled?
Nah, I started leveling like a couple months ago.
Cool.
I think
Very nice.
I did want to say something because I think it was Dolly that shared something in the bug reports, maybe one of the channels, about he wasn't able to craft anything. But I went through that earlier on with Alan. I don't know if Alan actually replied or not, but on the skills, you need 5 fragments to craft one skill. Every skill is 5 fragments. And when I looked at the video that Dolly posted, it showed 1 of 1. So actually, we spotted a bug there that it was actually only displaying that you needed 1 of 1 when it's actually 1 of 5. It should say. We've already fixed this, but maybe it just got missed out and didn't get pushed through. But basically, all skills, the fragments you need to have 5 fragments in order to craft that one skill. But when you want to teach that skill to a monster, make sure that you go to select the right monster, edit it, and then go to the skills, and then go to your inventory, to teach it that skill. But that again circles back to the whole point of visual improvements. We want to add when you're editing your monster or teaching it skills, we want to have a visual of the monster that you're actually going to teach that skill to. Because when we was testing it was like, I'm going to teach this fire monster this skill, but say you had 2 fire monsters, because you didn't know which one you was actually teaching it to, because there's not a visual image of the love monster there, we taught the wrong monster the skill.
Yeah, I did that.
So and that's yeah, exactly. So that's what we want to. That's another visual improvement we've seen from like feedback and just testing the game out. But obviously, when designing it initially, we didn't think of that. Like that came up. So that will be a thing that in the future you'll be able to go to your monster. That monster will be displayed, and then it'll be like, teach this monster a skill, and then you teach it the skill. But I just wanted to clear that up for Dolly because I did notice he said something about he couldn't craft, and it was saying on his screen it said 1 of 1. So that is actually a bug on the front end because it should have said 1 of 5.
Yeah, thanks, Dolly. I'll pretend that was the intention of that video. It was more that I didn't think the buttons on the interface were working because I couldn't open battle crates either. So I just assumed it was a function of the interface not working on my phone. But I'll pretend that was the intention, and glad that you found the bug.
Yeah,
for when your monster is battling, right? Like, only one could be on battle, and then that one can't be staked, right?
Yeah. So is that the question, Josh?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
only have one monster, and then that one just stays automatically in the game, right? I can't check it out of the game and then restake it.
Yeah, you can. So when you select the monster, your active monsters, it'll unstake the monster. So say you had more than one. If you had more than one, you could stake one and play with one and rotate them. Or ideally, you'd have, like, say you had 6 monsters, you could be playing with 3, you could have 3 staked. But when you select your active monsters, it will unstake that monster.
Oh, gotcha. I have to do it manually in the game. I have to, like.
So sorry, go ahead. So yeah, to stake. Do you know how to stake a monster?
Well, it was staked, and then when I started playing the game, I guess it just automatically
became unstaked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, and I'm pretty sure my partner wishes that I could be in 2 places in one time, but I can't. The monsters can't either. They can either be staked or in the battle, and then obviously or listed for sale, and in the future, hunting for resources on a land plot. So it's almost just like, okay, your monster can only be doing one thing at once. You can't have it listed for sale, staked, and playing with it at the same time, because there's multiple things that come into play here. Like if you imagine you was in the middle of a game and you was playing for 20,000 LMT, for example, you're fighting in a tournament or something, you've got that monster listed for sale, and you've got it staked at the same time. So if someone comes on the marketplace and buys that monster while you're playing with it, you'd automatically lose the game. And then where do those unclaimed LMT rewards go to? So we had to like put something in place that means your monster can only have like one status at a time.
Yeah, I think it's for us as gamer to like I'm starting to get my routine going. Like I go claim my stuff before I start, then I play, and then once I'm done, I go stick them back. So like I in the first few days, I gotta say like my monster probably were like 90% on stake for a few days, just because I wasn't thinking about going to stake them back once I'm done battling.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's on us to like do it.
But that's a good question, though, because a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah,
either.
right. I have to stay active. I have to make sure if I'm not playing the game, I have to unstake it. You know, to keep earning the LMT, because I haven't been earning none in a couple of days. So I have to like.
Because you had it on, yeah.
Do I need to add that to my daily, like, claim and put your babies to bed? Like,
remember to stake after playing. But yeah, we have to go stake them back once we're done.
Yeah.
Hey Siri, set an alarm to remind me to stake my monster.
Alexa, put my monster into bed. I do have one question. I didn't know if this was a bug or if this was like a thing. So like, you know, when you open your crates and let's say you get like 2 skill fragments for like Ember, okay? Are the fragment pieces in the crates, are they like 1 out of 5, 2 out of 5? Like, you know, like
No.
sometimes you open a crate and there's
You
like
just
you can get more than one, but it's like extremely
they're
rare.
all the same.
On that,
No, I think what you meant. Oh, go on. Sorry, Charles.
the crate says I think you can win ability shard, multiple ability shard, or iPad. But I've never seen an iPad. But I've seen either 1 or 2 shard.
Yeah,
I've
I
never
just
seen more than 2 shard.
just rare. It is
Well,
just more than one.
then is that a
Yeah.
bug?
But-
Is that a bug then with the skill
Stop trying to find
fragments?
bugs.
Right, but like, okay, so here's my thing. Sorry, so like I opened 2 Ember not shards, pieces, and so it was 2 separate fragments.
Oh,
Sorry,
I
2
see.
separate windows.
They
So is it
occupy
like
2 slots instead of 1?
okay? So like, let's say there's like fragment 1 out of 5. Like you need 5 to craft. Like sometimes can you open one and it'll be like 2 out of 5, or was that
No,
like just like a UI?
They should be. Yeah, they should all be like. You should just be able to collect 5 pieces. It shouldn't create another one.
Okay, then I think that's a bug. I've been meaning to ask. I just didn't know. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know that was a bug, but
We can. Alan will add that to his long list, and we'll look into it.
Dear Diary, 2 years and 4 days.
All suggestions, all bugs, I keep them all written down.
Yeah,
I'm looking to all things.
I literally when Alan
challenge
starts in the
DMs.
morning. Yeah, like literally when Alan starts in the morning, like Alan, have you checked the bug channel? He's like, yep, I've done it. I'm making a list. But we are.
His
I think we're going to. Yeah, I think what we're going to do though is try and implement. I think Alan will put it together like a format, because at the minute there's a lot of bugs getting reported multiple times. So what we'd like to have is bug report. Describe like a short description, screenshots if possible, your username, so we can look in your account and see, okay, this happened because of this, just to help us, so it's more useful and saves us time than coming back to you going, hey, can you give us your username so we can look into your account and see why that happened? Because I know Abu Azim is that Abu up there? Yeah. He had a bug the other day that he kept, and we were supposed to actually have this button disabled on the monster generator. the re-roll button, which basically regenerates your free-to-play character, became active. It shouldn't have been in there. It was meant to be disabled, but for some reason it got pushed through. And every time he re-rolled his monster, it basically duplicated the IDs and created another monster, which made it that he couldn't access his game, which is another crazy little bug that we wouldn't have even thought about testing. But thankfully we got Abuaz in here to test things like that, and I think it happened to him like 2-3 times in a row, unfortunately. But Eagle's fixed it now. But yeah, the idea is to get that button disabled.
I saw that in the Monster Bot. I was like, Abu's playing a book. Like, how is that a thing? And then I thought maybe I misread it because, like, you know, his son is playing, which he's really good, by the way. Like, he's like number one. Yeah, he's great. He was like, thanks for the win. I was like, yeah, I suck. It's okay. Like,
yeah.
All right. Well, hey, does anybody else have any more questions or?
For sure. No,
Oh.
I was wondering, maybe not in game because it might be long to like program and display like all the skills and anything, but like if it's possible to create a like an infographic of like all the possible spell we could unlock with the description and everything, then maybe link it in Discord or Twitter or whatever, it could be really nice. More of a question suggestion.
Chow, it cut out.
He missed that part too when you were talking about the. Yeah, he missed like the whole beginning. He popped in like.
So as if we had that, like perfect, nice.
You also missed this. Like he said that there's going to be a YouTube video creation like tournament competition giveaway. And I was like, oh, Mr. Chow's going to get that with his unique.
I'll repeat it again. So, Chow, what I'm thinking of doing, because we're obviously working on getting all of the builds and stuff put together so basically on the 22nd is our last day, or the team's last day. It won't be my last day. I'll be working every day until God knows when, but the team are off as of the 22nd. So what I would like to do is like put in the community, like say it's like $250 giveaway, whoever creates the best tutorial, just to get like some of the community members to create some videos. And then we can either actively share them on a new website, we can share them on YouTube, or just reference them when new people coming into the game, they want to find videos. We could have a channel that's got like tutorials, and we'll highlight them there. So that's one of the plans I've got for keeping people busy over Christmas.
All right.
Let me know if you accept the mission.
Yeah, I'll already try to make a few, but like it's hard, and I like it's so precise on like the unique monster, like the initial DNA, like I don't know.
It's so broad, like there's so much, like you can't explain.
I tried to make a few like general ones so far, like kind of give an idea, but yeah.
Well, and then we all have like different skills unlocked. Like it's not like everybody with Earth has these. Like it's like all of mine got like a different role, or like they got the same thing. But like I feel like everybody has something so different and like different combinations. It's hard to make like one video encapsulating it. Yeah, like there's like rarity levels, DNA, like potions.
Oh yeah, that's why I was talking about maybe like an infographic of like all the spell possible or something. Like maybe you can like talk about this, like show people like if you have this skill you can do this. I don't know.
Oh, he did that. It's in the Discord.
Yeah, nice. I'll get on that.
Let me see if I can find it. What did you put it under, Liam? It was like what, it wasn't off topic, it was like a thread or something.
I think that only showcased the consumable items though. I don't think it did all of the skills.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was just like what I'm talking like about the in-game spell, like all the possibility.
Yeah. We'll try and put something together on that as well. But for the idea of the tutorial videos, I think it'd be more. I actually did hire someone to do it. That 1/3 nerd recommended to me, but he is in the middle of moving, so he like apologized. It's going to take him longer. But the idea would be just like a basic video, like when you come in, what do you do? So how do I find my monster? How can I go and buy a monster if I want to buy one? Or what is the edit DNA settings for? All of it, just like the basics. Like I think a real basic video will be extremely helpful for people. So maybe that's something we do. Or if people want to go even deeper than that, then yeah, feel free to. But I'll put something together and we can. I'll get that shared before we break up or before Christmas.
Sorry. Don't leave me.
Cool. So anything else anyone wants to go through?
Are you able to share with us any, I guess, interesting numbers or facts from the beta launch? Like, you've had another 500 new players sign up, or you've had this many downloads. Like, are there any initial figures that have blown you away?
So we're waiting. So you have to pretty much wait 30 days for Apple to give you all the stats, because it's all like delayed, and everything with Apple is like delayed, unfortunately. But I don't think the numbers are going to blow us away yet, because like I said, I haven't really been pushing the game out until we've got these bugs ironed out. Just because I don't want to bring people in. Obviously, like, first impressions, everything. If we bring people in and there's like a bug, then they're going to go away. So ideally, I'll get these bugs out and then we can start pushing. I've got loads of our partners, the guys at 8 Gaming on AVAX. I've been talking to them again today about putting something out over Christmas to get people on board, like focusing on basically downloading the game and stuff. But yeah, it's really, we need the bugs gone, and like a version that's less buggy before I can start doing that. And then hopefully we can start seeing numbers coming in and stuff.
That's such a hard thing. Like, you need more people to do, testing and stuff. And then, but it's like,
yeah. It's so hard because like I was saying before, like the team are at max capacity now, and that's why I want to focus next year on growing our team. And it's for all those reasons. We could literally have a person there full time on the team just as a tester. Like Alan said this to me yesterday. Like, we could have a guy there testing all day. That's his only job. He's finding bugs. But is that a priority? Of course it's a priority. I mean, it's not a priority. There's other things to do. Like, we could have someone doing this job say, like, okay, you need to code this feature out. Or is it more important to be testing something else? It's just like hard at the minute to grow, not to grow the team. It's hard at the minute to get all the features out as quickly as I'd like to get them out without them being buggy or not working as they're intended to. So yeah, I think what we're trying to do now is not press the team as hard, test the features more, get a better product out with less bugs, and then gradually roll them out, rather than like, let's get out next month. Like, I just don't want to. I don't, like, at the end of the day, like I said, first impressions of everything. If we keep pushing features out, and it keeps getting bugs, people are going to get annoyed with it and not want to play. And ideally, we want to keep our users engaged and constantly playing. So yeah, I mean, that's what I had to say.
The struggle.
Yeah. There are some impressive numbers though, and I don't know if I can fully say it yet, but in terms of LMT, at Love Monster Token, everyone knows that the supply, who's just joined, the supply was 10 billion. Obviously, we've got in-game mechanics in our ecosystem which burn LMT, stuff that's been generated and what everyone unlocks. But for the last 2-3 weeks, I've been working on all of the tokenomics. Obviously, we're trying to get LMT listed on chain, and we're going to be burning a huge amount of LMT, and I'm talking billions, and that's all I'll say. But it's being done in the favor of the community and for everyone that's been part of it, for less supply that we have, for us to be able to achieve higher numbers in the future. So there's going to be a huge amount of our total supply getting burned, gone forever when we launch.
Feeling bullish. Nice.
That sounds great.
Yeah, a lot. More than half is all I'll say as of now. So yeah, it's going to be. I'm excited to release the new tokenomics once I finalize them. I've been having a few specialist people in that sort of field help out with everything, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting out there. But like I said, I was aiming to get LMT out and launch on chain December, But since obviously partnering up with Metalaw and taking all the legal advice off of them, it's going to be January. I can't give a specific date, but my goal is for us to be on chain in January, no later than January. So yeah, I hope that's exciting news for everyone, and everyone's looking forward to it because it's been a long time.
LMT is capped, correct? Like you said, we'll burn through half. Is there any plans for like a
it's capped. There's a max supply of 10 billion, but we're going to be burning potentially more than half. I think it will definitely be more than half actually of the supply. Just because why do we need 10 billion tokens? We don't need that many tokens. So yeah, I've seen obviously people have been trading it in terms of like the LMT packs and that. We're in a different market now, but I definitely feel like now is going to be the perfect time. Like especially like next year is the perfect time to be launching our token.
Dude, it's the best time to be a gaming crypto project. Definitely. That's for sure. Like
especially on an Avalanche as well. Like I feel like the not the delays, but like it's been hard. We've had a lot of people saying, "Oh, when's the coin going to launch? When's the game coming out?" Like I feel like now we've proven ourselves to people that we have been here. We're not like I don't want to mention any names, but like 99% of the projects that were on XRP when we first launched Love Monster have rugged. Like I feel like we're the only ones that are still here building and delivered on what we said we was going to do. And I don't think there's a better. Like I mean, look what AVAX has done today. It's up to like $27, I think. Like it's ridiculous.
Like that,
so yeah, like
the highest has been in like a couple of years. So that's a good position for us, AVAX, right?
AVAX is on beast mode right now.
And I'm like, one Love Monster right now is like the floor. I'm like, I look at it and I'm like, oh, 2 AVAX, 2.75 or whatever, 3. I'm like, okay, yeah. And then I'm like, oh shit, that's like $80, $90. Like, great. Like, you know, but I'm like, it's a great place to be in, I feel like, at the moment.
Yeah, it was nearly a full AVAX yesterday.
These Love Monsters will be very, very expensive once you do that burning. I think once you do that burning, it's gonna pump up a lot. And whatever else is going on Avalanche as well, it's gonna pump the price even higher. So yeah, I feel great.
Yeah, I feel like it's a good time for us to be like in the position that we're currently in, and especially with like all the eyes that we've currently got on the project, all the people I'm currently talking to, like partnership wise. Like I think things it couldn't have happened at a better time, if I'm honest. Like I feel like everything's starting to line up nicely. Just need Alan to get these bugs gone so we can push it.
Oh, Alan.
So LMT right now is just in the NFT packs, right? And then it'll be on a DEX, right? Probably like on
so
Trader Joe, right?
Traded in. So it'd been trading in the token packs, but we disabled them. I think last week or this week. No, last week is Wednesday. I don't know what day it is. Last week, they were disabled, and people were just asking people basically to bring them back in. So they've got LMT.
I tried it twice. That whole process of getting AVAX for it.
Did you manage to bring it back in? Did you say or didn't?
No, like a while ago, I tried like selling some LMT. So I did the whole process of putting it into an NFT pack, and I successfully sold it and got some AVAX for it. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and I think that was something like new that I didn't see any other projects. And it was sort of like a temporary way for people to be able to trade at the end of the day. Like they could trade and start getting LMT on chain. Sorry, and I mean, I'm excited to get LMT finally out there because it's another part of obviously the deliverables that we promised to do, and get some liquidity there, get people trading it, and then the next real focus for LMT will be trying to figure out a way that we can get it into the game and make that our primary currency in the game. But it's just so complicated with Apple. Like they just do not want you to have a cryptocurrency inside of a game. It's hard enough with the NFT fact, having NFTs in the game, but that'll be just another problem we'll try and overcome and resolve when it's time to. But yeah, I'm bullish on all AVAX gaming projects at the minute. There's a lot of stuff going on with some cool people behind the scenes.
Just back to the NFT packs. Obviously, there's still some floating around on other marketplaces.
Yeah.
Was all that mechanics on our dashboard, if we were to pick one of those up, still work and function as it needs to?
So you can't craft them. Sorry, you can't. You can't create them and bring them on chain, but you can bring them in chain. Ideally, people just would like bring them back into their accounts. But yeah, it's just a lot of work for the team to be doing that now. But yeah, I mean, if you want to do that, Dolly, it's up to you, man. I can't say no to you to do that. But ideally, people just
say that there's one on OpenSea. I don't know if there is. I'm just saying. I know that there are some floating around on other marketplaces. If we were to buy one of those, but we can still bring them into our dashboard and add them to our LMT balance.
Theoretically, yeah, you can. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, anyone else want to ask anything? Come up and have a chat. Basically, this has gone on for an hour and 45 minutes today. This is good.
I know, and a lot of people on today.
I like the example.
Someone talk. I don't know. I think two people trying to talk at once. Then go ahead. Whoever wants to speak.
No, I just said that I like the zombies a lot.
Yeah, they look. I actually love the look of them more than the original zombies. I just think they look. I don't know. They're cooler. We've got to do more stuff with them, really, just because of the whole. It's just such a hard thing bringing 9,999 love monsters into the game. Like, there's a lot of moving parts there. I don't know how many it is, but there's like thousands of variables. So yeah, with the zombies, we had a bit more room of freedom to play with them. Someone else can ask a question there.
They could be used in the metaverse lands too, right? The zombies, or
yeah, they will be able to. Sorry.
Cool.
Maybe I have a question. Maybe not about like when, but like, will the collectible be launched at the same time of the zombies? Like, will they do the same kind of thing, or will it be completely separated?
You don't have to ask all the right questions. This guy. You must have a master's in reverse psychology to get questions out of people. So collectibles are, I'm not sure when they're going to have the tip, but they're going to have, exactly. They're going to have a purpose and a meaning, like what they're going to do. Like laughing gas, ideally that's an in-game weapon that you equip to your monster, and it'll do something to make your monster win a battle, or it'll have an effect on an enemy. They're all like, some of them are like, obviously there's a land deed. If you've got a land deed, you'll be able to unlock a free land plot. The Myocron crystal, there's one on it, a Myocron, I'm looking right now, there's a Myocron crystal listed for 1,000 AVAX. It's like 26 grand, which is ridiculous, because it's just like one crystal.
So that's one
crazy. That's Myocron crystal. I mean, if the price of Myocron crystal is going to be 26 grand, it's going to be ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, and that's the whole fun part of the land plot, going to be actively adding items to the marketplace in terms of like land plot resources for people to buy and sell. Like that's why you own a land plot, and then you determine and dictate the price of the market for those resources. So if you've got a plot that's generating Myocron and you want to sell it at 26 grand a piece, wow, like that's pretty expensive. I don't know what it's gonna, but obviously when we launch and items can be used, the prices will vary and they'll become more realistic.
All right, thanks.
No other questions, Joe?
Maybe.
Yes.
I'm always like thinking about the next step, speculating on what's next.
Definitely, yeah.
I've always done my shopping for those collectible when they came out. Like, I paid a Patrick Titty pretty expensive probably for the utility that we'll get in game, but it's okay. I have Patrick. You know, it was like 25 something AVAX. Like, yeah.
Dang, but that's good.
Huh.
25 AVAX right now, or like when we talking here? What do you remember what the cost was? Because I'm like that much AVAX right now.
It was lower back in time, but still.
Oh, okay. I'm like that's like 650, 700 right now. Like that's a lot.
Yeah.
This
But
this
we
is
don't know.
this is something I've been playing around with as well. Is like skin items for the Love Monsters. I've just shared my screen.
Yeah.
So this is like another idea. You like it?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Invisible something. Yeah.
Reminds me of Iron Man.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
just
fine.
like playing.
That one looks crazy. Nice.
Yeah, just doing like different skins with them.
I would definitely want to
Yeah.
get one of those. Nice.
Cool. All right then. I'm glad everyone likes them. Any more questions, or do you want to wrap this up?
Yes, one question.
Okay.
Do you know how there's a limit for every wallet? You can stake only 2 monsters, and you'd have to pay 1,000 LMT to get another 2 monsters.
Yeah.
What's stopping me from transferring my other 2 monsters to another wallet and staking them from there?
Nothing. There's nothing stopping you from doing that, but then you have to take into consideration. You at the minute you can't transfer the LMT between accounts, and if you stake your LMT, you can't transfer energy between accounts. So really, it's like you're better off just unlocking a slot for 1,000 LMT, and then staking all in the one account and having everything in there. But I mean, yeah, there's nothing stopping you from creating a second account at all.
Okay, and the wheel, the gambling
Wheel of
wheel.
Fortune? Yeah.
Yes, you know how there's like a free spin every 12 hours, I think.
24 every 24 hours.
24 hours. For me, every time I press the button, even if 24 hours pass, I still end up paying 50 LMT.
Alan, that might be something we need to look into then.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll get we'll make a note of that and get Jar Jar to look into that because that's like front end stuff, unless it's something to do with the back end. But yeah, we'll look at that. Have you done it many times?
Thank you so much. Yeah, well, like every day I try to do it once. I end up paying the 50 LMT.
Okay, well I'll get it looked into and then we'll figure out getting you that LMT. If you've been spending like the LMT without knowing, I'll get that taken care of for you.
Okay, thank you so
No
much.
worries. You're welcome. Okay, anyone else want to come up and say anything? Who's that guy, Timsy? I see him sometimes lurking in the Discord. I guess he's not going to come up. Okay.
He's got a Patrick Titty. That's all I gotta say.
Has he?
You know me.
Mate,
I look at wallets all the time.
You do, yeah.
Excuse me, guys. I'm going to announce my departure. I'm driving up the mountain. I'm going to lose reception. I just wanted to say that this was a good cast. Mate, you did a good job explaining everything. The live stream was awesome. And thanks for sharing
Thank
some
you.
of the back end stuff with us. I'm
No
excited
worries.
to
Thanks,
see
man.
it come to fruition. You're welcome. Thanks, guys.
Take it easy, mate.
Great questions, guys. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Cool. Okay, no one else? 2 hours. That was good. It's 11 o'clock here.
Did you make your 3v3 team?
Just you wait, Chow. Just you wait.
All right, all right. I'll start to prepare some monster.
Don't be so eager to lose.
Awesome cast, man. It's great talking to you.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for coming on as well. Ban Ho, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me? It might echo.
Oh, you're okay. I'm gonna let's end this, yeah?
Yeah, let's end it. I mean, I'm sure you can hear my chaos.
I can hear your love monsters in the background.
They're rather loud on stage.
You're fine. All right, cool. Well, thank you everyone for jumping on, and I will. I'll try and jump on another one before the year is out. And we've got some cool updates to share. We've got obviously a partnership to announce, or several partnerships to announce, and some really, really cool things to release in the game and the new updates. What I'll do now is I'll go ahead in general, and I'm going to share our new website. It's not live yet. I just want to share it in here to the community to get some feedback on it. So if any feedback or feature suggestions that could be suggested will be great, and then I'll probably go ahead and make that live tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you everyone for joining.
I had some suggestions. Hey, I'm on the phone. I was wondering on that. Are you able to put like small icons at the top?
You're echoing, but yeah. Oh, everyone's jumping off. Yeah, I could potentially add icons at the top. Okay. All right, everyone. Well, thank you all for tuning in tonight.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
No worries, everyone. I'll talk to you all later on. I'm gonna jump off. Have a good night, and I'll catch up with you soon.
Take care,
Bye-bye.
man.
Take care. Bye.